This week on SailAway. With hurricane season squarely upon us, it's time to squeeze in a few last fun items on our list, take care of our chores, and shove off once again. But this year, we're pointing Cecilia the wrong way. And after a fantastic sail, we finally find ourselves in Culebra, Puerto Rico.
Great. Perfect, I got it.
It's like a cool place. Seagulls like it.
And do our best to explain why.
That was our big plan, our big move, our big life change. And then when that didn't work out, it turned into this. And we're in Puerto Rico anyway.
Ever wish you could escape normal life and experience more of the world?
So meet me on that island. Well, we did just that. We sold everything we owned on dry land and sailed away. Promise me that we'll sail away.
Now we are roaming the planet in search of new adventures and sharing it with you every week.
Just promise me that we'll sail away. So hit subscribe and escape normal with us. And I'll be yours forevermore. Come on, it's just that little button down there. That's it. Our remaining days are ticking down here in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Hurricane season is no longer just coming, it's here. Which means it's time for us to get on down the road, so to speak. But unlike most boats heading to Grenada or other points farther south, this year we're headed to Puerto Rico. More on that later. And like most times, we had an urgent list of things to get done before we left. Like getting in a few good pool days at the Yacht Haven Grand. Access is as easy as befriending a local with the code. But hey, keep that on the down low. The next fun item on the list, Pirate's Treasure Shipwreck Museum. Someplace we'd wanted to go since our visit here last year when it was closed all through the lockdown. As parents of a 5-year-old, sometimes the touristy stuff is right up our alley. And you really can't go wrong with a whole building full of sunken treasure, and tons of fascinating history behind it. But of course, the list isn't all fun and games. We really feel like we know our way around St. Thomas now, so it only makes sense to take care of some of the necessities here before heading to a brand new place where we're once again clueless. First up was propane. A sketchy place to land, but it works. Then of course there's laundry, which can get pretty backed up if we're busy, and especially during a rainy stretch when we can't really hang things out to dry.
A mad Jeep.
Does look kind of mad. It's funny how much a good old-fashioned coin laundry has become a luxury to us. Even with machines pretty much straight out of the 70s. We can do all of our laundry, including towels and sheets, in 2 hours while drinking $1 Fantas and watching soap operas? What?
We're gonna go to sushi! With your scooter! Oh look, there's a nice sunset.
Good sushi is one of our favorite things and a rarity on the islands. So what better way to reward ourselves for all that tough laundry work? And yes, that says China King, but they're very multi-talented.
How's your Rangoon? It's good. You hold one with these 2 fingers, and you hold the other with these 2. Oh, look out, I got sushi. Thank you. What's up?
Which one's the spicy?
This one is the spicy.
And that one?
Welcome everybody. That close up.
Really good.
How's it taste? 2 chopsticks ups.
And finally, a rare thing for us, a fuel stop. As we were coming in, a little gust caught our stern, and we made some good use of our fenders. Not the worst docking we've done, especially if you've watched our series on buying the boat.
When I come in like that, I have to use reverse to like get the stern to come in. And it usually wants to go out. And
Didn't happen this time.
gust.
You're only as good as your last docking.
Well, that sucks.
We're pretty proud of our fuel consumption, or lack of it. Our last fill-up was in Beckway over 4 months ago. And in between, only a couple of top-offs with 10 gallons worth of jerry cans. This fill-up, 30 gallons. Not too shabby. And the final thing on the fun list was one more trip to Brewers Bay. River's absolute favorite anchorage, and maybe Zeke's favorite beach.
Zeke, he's okay. You just gotta check on you, make sure you're not drowning.
So I find a different way we gonna set that place. So me say, oh, we only wanna make hopla, we don't wanna go war. We only wanna make hopla, we don't wanna go war. Only make hopla, we don't wanna go war.
You only make hopla.
Today is the day we are getting out of St. Thomas. It's been pretty cool to be able to just be back to somewhere where we've been before. But it was definitely a different feel this time. This time a lot of things were open. And we really feel like we got to explore the real St. Thomas. We knew our highlights from last time, and then I think we found our ultimates this time. We're back in Brewers right now, which is definitely River's favorite spot. You can see the airplanes going behind me. We made it to Waterlemon, which we really liked. I wish we actually could have explored St. John's even more, but we'll probably have another round of the US Virgins on the way back down after our stay in Puerto Rico. So hopefully we'll be able to do St. John more. I think we've pretty much exhausted St. Thomas. But, you know, there's always more to see. And that's what's really cool about this lifestyle, is that there's just, no matter how many times you're here or how long you stay somewhere, there's still new things to explore and to visit and to find out. So you can't really stay anywhere too long. But it's about to be too long because we gotta get out of here. It is hurricane season. So we need to start getting into our hurricane plan. That's the plan. Main bros. Over there somewhere.
Alright, finally time to go to Puerto Rico. Culebra first, and then up the east coast of Puerto Rico. Hopefully we're going to see our friends from Alibi there too. And yeah, we're leaving the US Virgin Islands. This was a cool visit. We really enjoyed it. Now it's time to go. You guys heading to Puerto Rico? So we're heading, man. Yeah, man, we'll look for you. All right, see you, man. So like most boats, we are kind of going the opposite direction this time.
So about that whole going the wrong way thing, for the last couple of months, we have kind of felt like trout swimming downstream. The downwind sailing has been amazing, but most of the boats are going the other direction. And yes, staying in Puerto Rico during hurricane season, even on the west coast, is a bit of a gamble. But we do have some good reasons. One reason is all the places we missed due to the varying COVID restrictions all last year. We just don't want to rush by all those places en route to Grenada once again. Second, we are long overdue for a visit back home to see friends and family, something we can do very easily out of Puerto Rico. And lastly, we really want to see as much of Puerto Rico as possible, something we missed on the way down last year. So, to PR we go.
Okay, who's gonna catch the first fish?
Probably Rivers.
Look! You already caught a fish!
No, I don't. It's that. This is my fish.
Oh,
Your
okay.
mistake.
Yeah, it's a dream yacht charter.
Hey, an airplane.
What?
That's a short island, but a big rock. When are we gonna be at the island?
We'll come around. See that island out there? That's Culebra. We're way out there.
That one.
So it's not that far. We are making our way pretty quickly to Culebra. Kind of having an awesome sail right now. We angled up through Big Current Hole, which got us a little bit of speed and got us north of the island much faster and out into the open ocean with plenty of wind. And our wind speed indicator decided to no longer indicate things. We don't know how fast the wind is. I'd say it's probably 17 to 20 knots or so. We're pointed a little bit north of Culebra to try and get a good jibe, but the waves are sort of pushing us right back down, so we're pointed almost right where we want to go. So pretty awesome. Somebody is finally adjusting to sailing and playing. It's been a little bit of a journey this morning.
I don't need to adjust.
No, you don't need to adjust at all. Zeke, you adjust pretty fast these days too. So long, USVI. We'll see you soon, I'm sure. So Zeke, you guys just follow me everywhere. Are we sailing fast enough now? Yeah. That is Culebra. We're coming, Culebra. And that is a booby. 1.3 meters.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Autopilot was doing fine, but man, it was working hard. Figured I'd save us some battery power. No, I'm working hard. Ensenada Honda. Why did I say it? That sounded like Italian. Ensenada Honda.
Where are you thinking?
Well, I'm gonna roll right over this spot that says unexploded ordnance is a possibility and go past that. So over there.
Probably good.
Although it kind of looks like they're in it too. At this point, everybody's probably drug every square inch with their pointy anchors. Everybody's kind of lines up behind this little island to stop the chop, probably.
How's it look?
Right. 11.1. All that time, it charged 0.4 volts.
Yep, that seems like a bad battery.
Yeah, and it's hot. So yeah, sadly, I think it's done.
Well, guess what? Passage drink, passage shots.
Passage shots in
We don't have shot glasses.
baby cups. What is this?
Orange liquor.
Fearful. Shots, really? We gotta drink the whole
Oh,
thing? Okay,
it's a lot.
okay.
It's a lot, but you don't have to drink the whole thing. Just drink some. Is it bad?
It's so sweet. Put some ice in it and a little bit of lime juice. I think I could sip that.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one big drink.
When you have the passport on hand, let me know.
Yeah. That's mine.
Got it?
There's my son's
All right, perfectly. All right.
and Lauren's.
Great. Perfect. Perfect. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Let me write down the number that I'm going to give you. This is your release number. 631.
631. Okay.
That is your release number. All right, Capitan. So be safe. Thank you for leaving your information.
Gracias. Thank you.
Okay, ciao. Bye-bye.
As long as you understood all of it.
No.
Okay, both of you are allowed out now. Just wanted to make sure the dog wasn't running around, and then Rivers was like, I'm just gonna go in there and...
It was weird because I couldn't see him.
I know, I saw that.
They could just see me, so it's just like... you know? It was odd. Like, I was right in the middle of some very deep and philosophical remembrances when Lauren says, shouldn't we have this on camera?
Sorry, everyone.
No, you know what? You're welcome.
Taking care of our viewers and making sure they know our inside thoughts.
Yes. We made it to Puerto Rico, finally. Because really where this all started for us was 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago.
3.5 years ago.
Regardless, we were living in Charleston and we made the decision to move to Puerto Rico. At the time we were sailing Layla, our Legend 35.5. Our plan was to move to Puerto Rico, rent a house, rent a slip, and then sort of sail out of Puerto Rico as sort of our base of operations in the Caribbean kind of thing. That didn't ultimately work out. We went to Puerto Rico to find our neighborhood and our marina, all of which we did about 2 weeks before Maria hit. And with Rivers being so young, we just couldn't quite make the leap to dive in anyway. And
So our plans changed, but we had already had the wheels in motion to sell our house, and it was too good a deal not to, and frankly I think it was such a big decision for us to leave the States and make such a big move that once we kind of came to that conclusion, and we couldn't just go back to the norm where we had already made this big decision to change our lives. So it really was a pretty logical transition from that to what we're doing now. Even though it took another year and a half, we did sell our house, and then we moved to Florida, not with any intention of moving on to a sailboat full time. We still thought we might move to Puerto Rico. But once we were in Florida, I don't know, the idea just took root. So anyway, I was just waxing poetic about how this is really where it started for us, even though we didn't know this was what we would be doing. Anyway, there you go. A little bit more origin story for you. Pretty kick-ass passage too. Here we are, having a drink. All checked in on legal like. And now we are going to finish our passage drink and head into town and see what this place is all about. Hopefully it stops raining long enough for us to do that. Maybe, maybe not.
So we finally made it to Puerto Rico. And with it still being early in the hurricane season, we plan to enjoy the East Coast and Culebra and take our time making our way west to our final destination. Little did we know, our first storm of the season was almost upon us.
I bet you it's not sprinkling right now.
It's not at the moment. We're making our break for it. It's like a cool place. Seagulls like it. Mamacitas does not appear to be open.
The bar at a gas station.
Yeah, looks like it. It's pretty cool, pretty low key. That's awesome. Pretty nice little anchorage, probably perfect for right now when it's coming from the north a little bit. All this looks cool. Look at this over here.